Hi friends, this is Susie, your gaming guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 1721 as a special dedication to Mary. And let me just tell you some of the struggles I have with these levels. We know that King changes things all the time, but we also know that sometimes they give one thing to someone and something completely different to someone else. It could be based on the device or browser that you're using. So if you have the opportunity to play in a different way, then go ahead and look at that opportunity and see if it gives you a different setup. And I'll show you why that can have a significant impact on your play. And then also sometimes it's based on your profile or your geographical location. It could be any number of reasons. You could be in a test group. It could be I completed it at one time and now they've just changed it for everybody. This one, the very last time I did this particular episode, this level, I had 40 moves to make these combos. And those are kind of tough to do, but we do have kind of helpers on the board. Notice there are UFOs instead of color bombs in the corners here. But when Mary asked me to take a look at this, the first place I looked was on Mozilla Firefox, and this is what I found there. 60 moves to get these things done. So that's why I say look around and see if you have a different setup. So I'm going to be playing on Facebook Game Room, and sometimes people ask me, and no matter what profile or computer or device I look on, no matter what browser I use, I still don't have what they have, and I feel so bad when I can't do anything. And even here, Mary says she only has 14 moves. And Mary, I believe you, although I'm hoping that maybe you're wrong and you took a couple of moves. Not that I want you to be wrong, but I just want you to have the full 16 moves that I have, because this is the best I can do, is play it as I'm given it. Because if you have 14 moves but only 4 colors, that alters things. So I'm hoping this matches your experience, at least well enough that some strategy will be helpful. All right, so 16 moves to collect 52 frosting and 3 color bombs. I do have 3 color bombs on the board. This one's in a licorice lock, these 2 are in marmalade, and they're isolated. And this is surrounded, of course, by marmalade and frosting. Of course, we need to get that frosting. So I want to try to get these color bombs, but if I can't, especially let's say I just can't reach this upper one covered in marmalade and in isolation. Well, if I can create another one on the board, then I don't need that one. I just need 3, wherever they come from. In only 16 moves, I think that's going to be hard, even though this isn't listed as a hard level. Again, King often changes the board and then doesn't change the rating to reflect how easy or difficult it is. So here we go. One thing that I like to do is I like to concentrate on one side of the board or the other, whichever one I think I'm going to be able to clear out most efficiently. Sometimes I have to flop back and forth, but if I can stay on one side of the board, then I have a better chance of clearing out a bigger area. And when I have a bigger area, it's easier to make those matches and specials that are going to help. Now I have 2 awful moves, this or this. Neither one touches anything. I'm going to do this and hope things slide out and I get moves taken away so that I get a reshuffle, because reshuffles can be helpful. But again, that reshuffle didn't help me come back over to here where the frosting is thinner. So it's not looking like I have a great opportunity here. Now I have this opportunity to open this up. It doesn't set it off yet, but if I can strike that again, then I'll have a better chance. So finally I'm opening things up. It's over on this side. I could come up here and hit this frosting and this frosting, or I could make a stripe which would hit this frosting and has the potential to work through here. I'm going to go for stripes because I have so few moves at this point in time. And now again, I'm stuck with really awful choices here. Not much progress at all on this board. I think this is one of those boards that will struggle for a while just to get a break, just to get an opening. And then once we do get an opening, then things will fall into place. Notice I chose to make a move low to the ground to encourage cascading. That's one trick on this board. Another piece of strategy might be if I've only got 2 red on the board. or let's say 3 red, because of course you need to make a match. Let's say I've only got 3 red on the board and I can put those together. I might choose to do that to get rid of red entirely, then it reduces it down to 4 colors on the board. Greater saturation of those 4 colors means a greater likelihood that I'll be able to make a special out of that. So I'm going to keep going with this strategy, working on one side if I can, trying to clear out an area, and then once I can get that area, making specials and combos to disrupt the entire board so I can clear out those frosting. I'm going to start with a new board, but I'm going to turn off the microphone until there's something important to say. I'll be right back. Okay, here's a bit of a dilemma. I got luck in the beginning because I got a divinely created color bomb, and then I think I've been playing strategically over here, making choices that would create some good cascading. Now I'm debating whether to use this right away or hold on to it. The reason I would want to hold on to it is so that I could match it with a special and open up these guys. The problem is it's very unlikely in this situation to be matched with a special. I still have a good move, so what I'm going to do is keep taking good moves until I run out of good moves, and then I'll use this up. So I think that's still a good move, and now I don't see good moves. I see mediocre moves at best. Yes, over here would help a little bit, but I've already kind of cleared that out. So now I have to decide, am I going to take out red or orange? Well, I've got red touching this frosting, and so it would take off a layer. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 red touching, plus of course just removing the red is a good idea. And then we've got just 1 orange touching because I would be using this up. So I think red is the best choice in this situation, and look at that. Color bombs beget color bombs and other specials. Not always, but the propensity for that to happen is much greater. So now I'm going to do this and aim here, and then if I could take out orange immediately, I would. If I could get an orange through here, scoot that over somehow, I would do that, but I can't, so I have to figure out the next best choice. I could make a stripe, but notice I don't have any frosting over here. It may be time again just to use this up with a color. It's either going to be purple or green. Purple seems to be able to hit the most frosting. So let's do this. Now we still have this aimed here, which is beautiful. We still have other fun things here. Let's go ahead and do this. Now I've got all the color bombs I need without touching this. Okay? So that's handy. If I could match it with this, that would be kind of spectacular on this board. I don't see that as a strong opportunity. And I can't match up, because I can bring this down, but then how do I get it down one more? I wish I could just take out orange. Let's do this to strike over here, and then let's do, I was going to do this, but I think I prefer this move. I'm just trying to see what's touching where. I think taking out red is a good choice here. We get some nice cascading, we touched this, and then there we go. We get rid of it. Okay, so that was my 4th playthrough for recording purposes. And I actually find this easier than doing those combos. That's me personally. I know what my strengths and weaknesses are, and for me, it's hard to coordinate a whole bunch of different things. Here I've got 2 things to focus on, frosting and color bombs. And remember, I got luck on this, so I take advantage of that luck. When I get luck on a board, that's when I pay particular attention and move very slowly, because that's most likely to pay off. So slow down when you get the luck and try to make the best choices possible. But with the combos, I have to focus on making things and then combining them, and that I think is a bit traumatic for my brain. I hope this helps. If you folks have any questions or comments, please put those below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.